Module 1, a review of cellular mitosis. We need to do one final review of cellular processes before we can begin to cover new information. This section will focus on cellular reproduction, specifically mitosis. Your body began as a single cell that reproduced to 2 cells, then 4 cells, then 8, and again until you had the trillions of cells that your body contains. And those cells are constantly reproducing today. They do this via the process called mitosis. Mitosis is a process comprised of 4 major steps: prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. When a cell is not undergoing mitosis, it is said to be in interphase, a normal state for the cell. In the diagram you see here, I am only showing the organelles important to mitosis to make it easy to see. Inter means between, so interphase is the time between mitosis. During this time, chromosomes are not distinguishable. I'm only showing you 4 strands of DNA to make it easier to see, but know that the individual chromosomes are normally undetectable in this phase. The DNA is dispersed throughout the nucleus and is called chromatin. During interphase, there is only 1 copy of each DNA strand in the chromatin. Now, prophase is the first phase of mitosis. At the beginning of prophase, the DNA is duplicated and condenses to form chromosomes. Notice that the chromosomes form an X shape. That represents the copied DNA strands, 1 original and 1 copy attached together. The centrioles also duplicate themselves, migrate to opposite ends of the cell, and begin to form a spindle made of microtubules which connect them. At this point, the cell is in metaphase. The chromosomes are lined up along the cell's equatorial plane. The spindle is attached to the chromosomes at the point where the duplicates are attached. The spindles start to pull the duplicates apart from their originals. Now the cell is in anaphase. In this phase, the duplicate and original chromosomes are pulled toward their respective centrioles at opposite ends of the cell. The final phase is telophase. In this phase, each chromosome set is on its respective side of the cell, and the plasma membrane begins to pinch down the middle to separate the cell into 2 parts. Now you have 2 daughter cells that have formed from the 1 parent cell. Most of the cells in your body are able to reproduce this way. However, there are a few exceptions. Mature neurons, mature skeletal muscle cells, and mature cardiac muscle cells. These cells don't have centrioles, and therefore they cannot form the spindle needed in the prophase stage of mitosis. So if you injure some of your cardiac muscle cells, you cannot create more. Yet, if you get an injury to your skin cells via a sunburn or cut, they can reproduce to repair the damage. Now, just because your neurons cannot undergo mitosis does not mean that you cannot generate more brain cells, at least in some parts of the brain. Scientists have discovered that there are at least some parts of your brain that can create new cells without mitosis. We'll learn about that in a later module.